ago as the police presence was declining. And he said he regularly saw thieves trying to open the containers with tools to cut. No, this is where I was wrong yesterday. I said it can't be that easy to cut through a train car. So that's pretty heavy. I was wrong. It's very easy. It's not for hardening the rocks, which I suggested. It is they take the common solvents and just clean out that thing. And you can see the sparks going on. I come out at night and that's how big it has become. And so they're making arrests, but the problem is becoming more acute because more trains at rest, more people doing this. Union Pacific oversees about 3,200 miles of railway in California. It reported record profits last year. I mean, it's doing just fine, but this is the real issue. They said this is an unprecedented rash, that's their quote, of container break-ins in L.A. They've never seen anything like this. Thefts went up 160% since December of 2020. An average of 90 containers a day compromised. Now, they're saying they lose $5 million a year, which to me seems, relatively small. I mean, how many thousands of railway cars do they have? I mean, the company's worth, $155 billion. And there are two cars, or there are two areas where these bandits target boxcars, and there are two rail yards where this happened. And this is where cargo is transferred from trucks to trains, and that is the biggest risk. So as I'm thinking about this, how difficult is it? And I don't know the answer. This is me just speculating because behind this microphone, and boy, I can be an expert on anything, right? Is when a train is taken off the tracks, when it's not moving and it's sitting idle, waiting for the tracks to open up or waiting for the supply chain issue right there that can be dealt with. Why wouldn't they just toss a drone up in the sky for every train that's sidelined? They know which trains are. They know where they are. They know how many. You would think just throwing a camera up there and videoing everything. Of course, I'm sure there's an answer why that is not happening. But, tell me, the experts are certainly dealing with this. That's another way crime has reared its ugly head. You can't think of the number of ways that it's happening or will happen. The bullet train is coming through, and it's going right through Burbank Airport, just up the street from us. Big issue with that. And I'll cover that when we come back. KFI AM 640, and let's check in with Jennifer.
Students in school districts across the U.S. are staging walkouts today to demand action to protect them against the Omicron variant. The California High-Speed Rail that Handel's going to talk about has approved a plan to build a segment for a future bullet train line between Burbank and downtown L.A., and an 18-year Navy officer will take over today as the first female commanding officer of the USS Constitution. Commander Billy J. Farrell takes command of the warship known as Old Ironside. We've got your drive with EKFI in the sky, and we'll update the 91 next.
Loose, missing, decayed teeth. It's not fun to live with. You've had it for years, maybe decades. You don't eat the foods you used to. You cover your mouth when you speak. You certainly don't smile when taking a photo. You've rationalized it. Well, you don't have to anymore. You can actually deal with it and take care of that problem and have brilliant, new, permanent, forever teeth, and you're done worrying about it for the rest of your life. And that is Cunning Dental's new permanent teeth in a day procedure done while you sleep. And when I talk about permanent teeth, they're completely lifelock. You are done with dental procedures forever. You wake up out of a dentist chair and they put a mirror in front of you, and it literally is a new you. I've sat there and watched people wake up and cry, sob in the change. Right now, $1,000 off your procedures. That actually ends January 31st. They offer no money down payment plans. Certain restrictions apply. Call 888-640-SMILE, 888-640-SMILE, 888-640-SMILE.
Hey, it's Dean Sharp. The first step toward your new kitchen should be a free consult with my friends at The Kitchen Store. More than 50 years and still, The Kitchen Store is the place for kitchen cabinets. Dial 310-KITCHEN or go to 310kitchen.com.
Let's get an update on the 91.
All right, sounds good. You got to focus on that. This might get late now. Listen up. Driving towards Compton, westbound 91 before Cherry. That's before 710. Only the carpool and left open. Three riders shut down, overturn. Terrible crash. Going to be there for a while. The backup through the 605. Use Artesia Boulevard or Alondra. They're both getting busy, but still better than sitting on the freeway. You can always get on a Cherry or around Atlantic and be on your way. Eastbound, all lanes are open. Little spectators slowing going through. Injured in an accident. Visit Superwoman, Superlawyer.com. Jeff KFI in the sky.
Norm Reeves Honda Superstore has the solution to get you in your next Honda now. No matter how you shop, take on 2022 with a super selection and a super experience. Choose from hundreds of new, used, and certified pre-owned Hondas. Or see how it pays to pre-order when you reserve your favorite new model and get priority status on your shipment. And if you want to swap your current vehicle, we're the place to trade in and trade up. Plus, it's easy to return your Honda lease to one of our 5 Honda Lease Return Super Centers. It's time to start 2022 with a super experience. Visit our super award-winning Norm Reeves Honda Superstore locations in Huntington Beach, West Covina, the Irvine Auto Center, and the #1 Honda store in the world in the Cerritos Auto Square. Plus, we're now open in Vista. Shop online at normreeves.com. Global Honda New Vehicle Sales 2021.
With PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Mike Capel here, serial entrepreneur. My second business was open 6 days a week and I worked from home the 7th day. I maintained that ridiculous schedule for 8 years. One Saturday morning in 1999, I woke up late for work and was greeted by my 6-year-old.
Oh, hi, Dad. Why aren't you at work?
I answered, because it's Saturday. He said,
Oh, thanks for visiting, Dad.
his words pierced my heart. I had become a workaholic. It was decision time. What's more important, family or work? I chose family and I stopped working 7 days a week. That's why I created Patriot Software, so entrepreneurs can run their payroll in minutes, which gives more time for their families. Go to PatriotSoftware.com. Use promo code RADIO and get 2 months of payroll processing free. That's PatriotSoftware.com.
With school back in session, there's plenty to worry about. CalHope can help with free COVID-19 emotional support. Call 833-317-4673 or live chat at calhope.org today.
Hey, have you ever thought about joining the team at your local Stater Brothers?
You know, I have, but what's it like working there?
Oh, it's great. You get an employee discount, flexible schedules, and advancement opportunities.
Wow, that sounds great. Is it easy to apply?
Yeah, just ask a team member for more details and apply online on our careers page at StaterBros.com. We hope to hear from you soon. Your blue polo is waiting for you at Stater Brothers Markets.
Checking things off of your DMV to-do list is now a lot faster because now the DMV has made it even easier to take care of tasks online. It all starts there. Maybe you need to get your vehicle registration renewed or transfer a title. You can get it all done online from the comfort of your couch. So if you have DMV tasks, save yourself some time and get them done online. dmv.ca.gov. Ready when you are.
This winter, we must all do our part to protect ourselves and loved ones from COVID-19. Getting vaccinated gives you the greatest protection against severe illness and death. And for the first time, everyone in the family ages 5 and up is eligible for the vaccine. If you are already fully vaccinated, get your booster to keep your immunity strong. Keeping each other safer is simple. Get vaccinated. Visit myturn.ca.gov to find a vaccination location near you. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
I'm Steven Ranella, host of the Meat Eater podcast and the Netflix original series Meat Eater. As a hunter and wildlife enthusiast, the question comes up, how can you justify killing and eating animals that you love and protect? Well, that's part of what we wrangle with on the Meat Eater podcast. along with broader and often funnier discussions about living an outdoor life in the modern world. We insist on sharing challenging opinions to inspire thought and action. Listen to the Meat Eater podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Women are over-serving themselves and then getting crazy on those planes. Why are you looking at me like that?
You're right there.
She's 43. Your name's Amanda.
Oh.
All these white women around my age are acting out.
Gary and Shannon, weekdays at 10 a.m.
Again, I'm not going to make eye contact with you.
on KFI.
KFI AM 640. Bill Handel here. It is a Friday morning, January 21. Some of the bigger stories that we are covering. And in, I think a fairly important appeals court case, federal appeals court here, Ninth Circuit, ruled that L.A. and Ventura County violated your constitution, gun owners' constitutional right to keep and bear arms when California shut down gun and ammo stores in 2020 as non-essential businesses. And the court said, nah, you can't say it's non-essential businesses interfering with your Second Amendment rights. Well, we've known that the Second Amendment rights are going to expand, where the courts are going to be much more liberal in determining much more liberal on the side of gun advocates in determining how far the Second Amendment goes. The bullet train is always fun to talk about because the bullet train to many of us makes no sense. Originally, it was targeted to cost around $30 billion. Now it's over $100 billion. And I've always thought, boy, is it important to spend $100 billion on a train from L.A. to San Francisco. I mean, is there a $100 billion market, not counting the maintenance? And so the High-Speed Rail Authority approved a route plan yesterday and series of unanimous vote, and that is putting the train, which is the plan, but now it's gone farther in terms of implementation of the plan, right next to Burbank Airport, the point where there's going to be a station within 200 feet of one of the terminals, the new terminal they're building. And so, okay, that's terrific. Now, here's what the people say at the airport. First of all, the environmental documents really don't cover it all. Although, it's been 15 years since it's been approved, and they were talking about where the station was going to go. And there are two tracks, and this is to downtown, Burbank to downtown. Underground station near the airport, and we're going to do all that if the funding becomes available. What do you mean if the funding becomes available? We're building a whole rail system and we don't know where the money's coming from? Well, yeah, but that shouldn't get in the way. The rail authority says that it would reduce air pollution putting it in, cut energy consumption, reduce congestion, improve transportation, and boost the economy. By the way, that little section between Burbank Airport and LA is $4.3 billion. How about that? Well, here is what the airport is saying, and the FAA. Wait a minute. The amount of water that it's going to take to build and run this puppy, there's some real concerns, and you really haven't given us answers. As a matter of fact, the construction, according to our city water officials, will temporarily take out 75% of Burbank's water supply. And then it has to recertify the system with state regulators afterwards. And if you've ever tried to certify a water system, which I haven't, and probably you haven't, that takes forever. And then you have the airport saying that the plan could compromise air safety. And the FAA has said that it has concerns about that. I mean, this is a god-awful mess. And a few things. As far as what the FAA is concerned, just the equipment, the electromagnetic interference from the train could interfere with airport communications and navigation equipment. So we're talking about not just that 5G business, which we're okay on that one, but just interference. And they really don't know if and when they're going to be able to figure that out. So here we have what a lot of people call a boondoggle. Way too much money, not enough return, and it's going to be tearing up Hollywood Burbank, which I use all the time. Because if I'm going to Las Vegas, for example, to visit my friend, which I do fairly regularly, I just drive to Hollywood Burbank Airport, is 3 miles away. Very easy to use, one of the easiest airports in the country to use. That's all going to go to hell. For years, it's going to go to hell. You can tell I'm a big fan, can't you? Yeah, absolutely. Coming up, medical news with Jim Keeney. Oh boy, are there questions for Jim this time around. This is KFI AM 640, and let's check in with Jennifer.
LA City Councilman Mitch Englander has been charged with several counts of corruption. The Ethics Commission accused him yesterday of accepting thousands of dollars in gifts from a businessman and developer and failing to report them. Englander was the first person to be charged by federal authorities in an investigation of corruption at LA City Hall. Young people in Orange County will soon be able to get mental health help or cooking lessons at 2 drop-in centers that offer a cool place to hang out.
To help youth get where they want to be in life. UC Irvine Associate Professor Stephen Schuler says the centers follow a new youth-based model that offers services from an array of county partners for 12 to 25-year-olds. Things like game nights and financial literacy. Learn about taxes. Learn about your credit score. Learn about how to cope with anxiety and stress. The project's funded by a $2 million state grant. One center will be on UCI's campus, the other in South OC. The centers are expected to be open by the end of the year, with 2 more expected to follow in LA County. In Orange County, Corbin Carson, KFI News.
A man from South Korea has been sentenced to 2 years in prison for trying to illegally export $150,000 worth of succulent plants. Prosecutors say that he pulled the plants from parks in Northern California, tried to sell them through a commercial exporter in Compton. School officials in San Bernardino County are not giving up hope of finding veterans in the county who don't have a high school diploma.
Since 2009, the San Bernardino County Superintendent of Schools has been giving veterans who left school to serve in certain wars diplomas, as well as people sent to Japanese American relocation camps. While the number of diplomas given out has taken a big drop since the program started, County Superintendent Ted Alejandre says there are still veterans eligible.
We have to be persistent, and that's what we're trying to do, is to really make sure that when we know about veterans groups that honor veterans, we want to make sure we get this information out.
He says veterans who passed away are also eligible for the program. Blake Trolley, KFI News.
The Supreme Court has rejected another attempt by abortion providers to block the 6-week abortion ban in Texas. ABC's Andy Field says the abortion providers had asked the High Court to take action to speed up ongoing federal court battles over the law.
The liberal minority furious. Justice Sonia Sotomayor writing, quote, "This case is a disaster for the rule of law and a grave disservice to women in Texas who have a right to control their own bodies."
The restrictive abortion law went into place in Texas last September despite several efforts to overturn it. And a person dressed up as Spider-Man has attempted to scale a building in downtown Los Angeles. Police say a superhero impersonator was seen last night with an accomplice dressed like Wolverine from X-Men. The men unrolled a large sign asking Marvel to contact them. It did have a phone number on it. From the Southern California Toyota Dealers Traffic Center, let's go places. We're going to the 10.
You bet you will. The Santa Monica Freeway section of the 10 anyway, downtown Los Angeles, south to West LA. It was an early morning time. We were over this right out of the box here this morning, westbound 10 around Washington, Fairfax. Had a whole bunch of lanes blocked, so it's the long cleared, but it just set everything in motion here, and it's really a crawl now from Vermont all the way out through Robertson. Eastbound, there's a whole lot better coming off PCH. Now, the other big problem in the morning is still working. Actually, it got covered by clouds. I can't see it anymore, but West 91 at Cherry, that's before you get to 710, but they head for Compton. Long delay, 3-rider block, back up to the 605, Artesia Boulevard, Alondra. They got very busy very quickly, but still veterans sitting on the freeway. Get on or back on to West 91 at Cherry, and away you go, sort of. Injured in action. Visit Superwoman, superlawyer.com. Jeff Baugh, KFI in the sky.
If you are looking to move out of your house, tell me. There are a couple ways of doing it. One is you simply list it with a broker, an agent, which everybody does, and that means you get to pay 6% to sell the house, and it's hours of cleaning and painting and repairing and potential buyers walking through your home. You can't be there. The house has to be spotless, but you're still living there. Well, let me suggest another way of doing it, and that's selling your home for a fair price without any of that. No commissions, no prospective buyers walking through. You can still keep the place as dirty as you want because there's no cleaning, painting, repairing. That's directbuyers.com. Directbuyers.com will buy your house for a fair price, and that's their model. I'm going to suggest you don't sell your home until at least you talk to directbuyers.com, see what they can offer you. Well, I'll tell you what they can offer you. An honest, no obligation offer up to a $15,000 cash advance before closing, and they'll never lowball you, and I love that. They will never, ever lowball you. Go to directbuyers.com, directbuyers.com. Call 844-242-SELL, directbuyers.com.
SoCal weather from KFI. Sunny and windy today. We do have a wind advisory. It starts at 3 this afternoon and lasts for 24 hours. Has to be in the mid-60s to low 70s, and we should stay sunny, warm, and mild for the weekend. We lead local. Live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee.
This is your moment to stand strong for your family because your loved one in the military stands strong for our country. Paid Family Leave can now provide military families with up to 8 weeks partial wage replacement to help arrange for child care while your loved one is deployed, to be there to dry tears, to be there to provide reassurances, and to be there for the moments that truly matter. This is your moment. Take it. To learn more, visit CaliforniaPaidFamilyLeave.com. Moments matter.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
Donate your car today with 1-877 Cars for Kids. We're a recognized 501c3 charity organization, so you'll receive a maximum tax deduction. What's more, you'll receive a vacation voucher of 3 days and 2 nights. Also on the web at carsforkids.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Have you still not refinanced your mortgage? Well, soon you might miss out on these once-in-a-lifetime rates. So take advantage of our new Fast Track loan with an unbelievable low rate of 2.875 rate and APR with no closing costs on a 15-year fixed loan. That's right, no points, no fees. Hi, I'm Wesley Hogan with Lennox Financial, a trusted lender for over 20 years. Even if you've refinanced in the last year, we can still probably save you money. Whether it's a conventional, FHA, or VA loan, we can do them all with no closing costs. This amazing 2.875 rate and APR won't last long, and our new Fast Track loan process can get it done in record time. So call today, 844-425-3669. That's 844-425-3669. It's the biggest no-brainer in the history of mankind.
Licensed by the Department of Financial Protection and Innovation under the California Residential Mortgage Lending Act. NMLS number 3304. Not all loans apply. Equal housing lender. Visit us at LennoxHomeLoans.com or call for additional cost information. Other restrictions apply. Rates subject to change.
Hey, it's Steve Gregory. This week on Unsolved, the Black Dahlia. 75 years ago this week, Elizabeth Short was found mutilated in Leimert Park, her body cut in half. Over the years, there have been more than 150 suspects, but no arrests, and the case remains one of the oldest unsolved in LA's history. Or is it? We talk with a retired LAPD detective who says he knows who the killer is, and it's someone he's known personally all his life.
Unsolved with Steve Gregory.
Tomorrow night at 8
on KFI.
Friday morning, January 21. Joe Handel here as we continue with the show. And we've got some stories that are trending. And this yesterday was reported that Meatloaf has died. The rock star, he was 74. We don't know what he died of. Rather interesting guy, a 250-pound rock star. How often does that happen? And no hair, which is well, actually, that's not true. He had plenty of hair, but just a balding head. There we go now. Jim Keeney, wasn't that fascinating?
Absolutely.
There we are, Jim Keeney. We talked yesterday about a lot of these issues. And so let me get right into it, Jim. Jim is the co-director of the ER room, the emergency room at Mission Hospital and Mission Viejo. And Jim's specialty is being a co-director of the ER. Which is what we do. All right. Of course, COVID is in the news. We're in the middle of our third wave. Omicron is here. Just give us an overview of what's happening, including your experience at the hospital.
Yeah, I mean, Omicron is, I think, the thing people have to understand, right, is Omicron is 50 times more contagious. So even though we're saying, oh, it's only half as deadly or half as serious as the other one, you know, those numbers for hospitals just don't work out that great. When you got 50 times as many people getting the disease, but only half as many getting sick. So we're still struggling badly in the hospital. And so the community, I think, is doing better overall. People are getting sick. In general, they're doing pretty well when they get sick. They're mostly not having to go to the hospital, but there's still way more people having to go to the hospital, having to be admitted, including being admitted to the ICU, put on ventilators.
How are you trying?
It's overwhelming.
The Land Cruiser boosted a first rate of failure.
When the pandemic first appeared, and then during the first surge, that
the Land Cruiser
those
boosted
times you had said, no, we're okay. At one point you said, we only have one COVID patient. We're shutting down all of our excess medical facilities. And I was looking at you. It almost seemed like your hospital and Orange County specifically was kind of an outlier when it came to this.
That changed about a year ago. So for the first year of the pandemic, you know, we had a little bit easier. We had the surge. The first surge was 50 miles. You know, it's still because we've never done anything like that before. But I mean, we were people coming in, and we were watching cameras, we were watching and face shields and all the other stuff that PPE that everybody else was watching. So it's still at the time, we just didn't have any testing. We didn't even treat people with because there wasn't a treatment happening. So some of those things have improved. But it was last year, about this time, you know, January,